I thought heading into the game and early in, the energy, the juice, and the speed, I saw and felt that from the minute we stepped on the field, and that's honestly what we're looking for. But man, did we leave a lot of opportunities out there tonight, and you cannot leave that many chances out there and expect to win, especially against this team. Not capitalizing on the turnovers, not winning our fourth downs. They did. It was great to see us get in some of the takeaways. That's been an emphasis of what we've been hitting on. But, leaving here, you cannot leave that many opportunities out there and walk away from this place with a win. And, like the intensity of the first half, but I just thought the opportunities for us to make our mark, and we didn't nail those. So you're not going to walk away from here with a win and miss those ops.
In terms of speed, I know guys people mentioned that you know that you don't have speed, you didn't see the speed. Did you see?
Yes, I did, Candy, and I felt the urgency, I felt the speed, especially in the first half. I really did. That helps create some of the takeaways, and this is a group that can really run. So I wanted to see, could we process? Could we play quicker? Could we play with more urgency? And we were able to see that. Not to say it was all clean, and certainly in the second half it wasn't, but I did feel that.
And from an initial reaction to the play on offense, what are some of your initial thoughts to what you saw tonight?
Yeah, I thought not capitalizing early on the takeaways. I think we might have had correct me if I'm wrong, maybe 3 trips, into their territory, not to come out with points. That's the story of the game to me, where we've got to take advantage of our ops when we get them there. That's where I felt like leaving that spot without points into that spot. And some of the fourth downs, that was by choice, knowing like this is not going to be a game that you're going to win with field goals. You need touchdowns. And so we were going to be bold. We were going to live on the edge. And I thought that was the right call going into it. You don't like the result, but I like the aggressive nature of going after it.
When you showed the zone look defensively, how important is it to get Mahomes moving quickly?
Yeah, it's important. And then I think he's the escapability as well, even when he gets off schedule. Those are some plays that are good. But yeah, on the quickness to use disguise and know where your drops are, and they hit a couple big plays. I was pleased to see us, for us on our side of the ball, that was a big piece for us. Could we create a negative play or two to get a drive going the other way?
I know you're always going to update injuries next day, but with Kinlaw, could he have gone back in? Could Terry have gone back in?
Yeah.
Spot an issue for him.
Yeah, I don't know yet, John. I didn't get a chance to visit with him specifically. J.K. could, and I just, it was me at the end to say, man, I'm going to wait and go, but he was itching to go for sure. But I'll have a better update on Terry tomorrow. I just haven't visited with him and the medical staff just yet.
And the kicker situation, can you, how
Sure.
close was Matt Gay, and then?
Yeah, we've had our run of that, haven't we? Matt's back was bothering him, and so the chance for Matthew Wright to come, would he play, would he not? We didn't know, so I appreciate Matt Wright, coming on the space to say, we may not even sign you to the practice squad. It would be into the space to go. It would be like a tryout, so to speak. And then once we found out that it was the best for Matt Gay not to go and Matt Wright would go up and elevate him, I couldn't think of 2 better people to work alongside of than Tress and Tyler Ott. These guys are pros. They have been through this before. And I really, I was watching from a distance in pregame just to see distances in that. But going into it, Nikki, it was also, we were going to be bolder on fourth. It wasn't 100%, yes. And so this is a game you have to live on the edge. If you're going to come here and get a win, you're not going to do it with, a bunch of field goals. So I knew that. We knew that going in, but that was not a reflection one bit on the situation.
When you look at the first half compared to the second half, what was the biggest difference you made with guys' gas? Was it just not sustainable? Like, what did you feel like?
I really want to watch it. It felt off on one, a penalty on one. Maybe on the one of a personal foul on those. But I thought by the time it got to the fourth, he made out of the pocket plays like he can, and those are hard ones to defend over the long time. But I just thought, honestly, man, missed opportunities in the game. You can't come here and expect to win and miss on those. You got to nail them. I thought we were going to play bold, live on the edge. That's how we needed to play here. And, just missing those, I thought that's the spot that we've got to go nail.
A few more.
Go ahead, you'll start and we'll work our way down.
I know you'll update Santos' injury later, but in terms of what happened, it happened right in the beginning of the game. What did you kind of see?
I didn't see, it was a hamstring injury, but I didn't see, because I believe he finished, it wasn't like he came out on the play, but you could tell, you know, it bothered him on the one, and he was working like hell to try to get back. That's no surprise. He's tough as hell.
Just how did the line? I know you have to look at the tape, but just in general, without him, he's been such a rock for you guys.
Yeah, I'd rather not speculate on it and go. When the game gets turned, also it changes. You know, when they're blitzing and going, like we knew that's not the game we wanted to get into. So I'll have a better assessment on that, honestly.
Take three more. The big plays allowed again, especially in the first half. What did you see there? The times guys are running free again. Is that just a miscommunication? Is
No.
it blown coverage? Is
Yep,
guys
it wasn't a
doing too much?
miscommunication. Mike had thought the guy was going to the flat instead of up. He's got to carry his one. I think T.O. on his zones just got to hinge back. So, no, it wasn't a communication issue, John. Just plays that we got to get right.
Offensively, you guys were drive into the territory. I think it was 5 times. They only came up with one touchdown. What was happening? What you got on that side of the ball? What do you think the issue was?
Can you hit the last part?
I said you guys made it into their territory on offense 5 times.
Yep.
Scored once. What was the issue?
Yeah, I thought, you know, we had a chance at like the fourth downs, obviously, you know, that's a big one to go. But when you zero out, you take a shot down the field. Sustaining those drives was going to be a big deal for us. I liked the tempo early on to work at it. And then once it got into behind, that makes it, you know, way more difficult. But, yeah, I thought that opportunity of not scoring on our chances there, that was a big deal.
Last one.
Let me get one more here. Go ahead.
I know there are lots of caveats to this, but you guys have kind of gotten away from the running game, or your running game, at least with the running backs, hasn't been as effective in the last couple weeks. That was such a big part of the identity early in the season.
Right.
What's changed and how frustrating is that?
Well, let's also give some credit to Kansas City's defense. Like, they've got a good group. So I get the whole point of it all. We want the balance. There's no question about it, you know, in all ways, in all spots. It'll take all 3 phases for us to really nail that, but it also leans into being ahead and getting into those spaces too, and not being, you know, where you're behind and kind of playing off your back foot a little bit. And I feel like that was the case, you know, over the last couple of weeks. So I would imagine that has some factor into that, just in terms of overall yards per game or that kind of stuff. So you'll have to look more in the first half. I'll have a better sense for that.
All right. Thanks.
All right.
Coach.
Thank you, guys. Safe travels.